Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Ancient Path Remnant. I wanted to officially welcome you to this channel, Abba's channel, and I wanted to share with you a little bit. I haven't done this before, so I wanted to share and officially welcome you here. Originally, I thought this channel was just going to be about me sharing some of the poems that I've written for the kingdom, and I still will do that, but Abba revealed something to me that I wanted to share with you that I'm really excited about. And he shared with me that, he told me that, when he gives us a portion of his abundance, and each of us use that, whatever he gives us, and that grows inside of us, and we receive information from the Ruach, that when something like this, where I'm putting together videos for people, oftentimes you might think that I'm teaching or I'm trying to instruct people. But what Abba showed me, which is really exciting, is that when I'm taking a portion of what he's given me, the raw ingredients of what he's given me, and I make it into a video that's sort of palatable and more digestible, it's like taking spiritual information. You have to think about it like a garden, if you're collecting ingredients from a garden. And you take those raw ingredients and you make a meal out of it. And that's basically what he showed me I'm doing, is that I'm just taking those raw ingredients, spiritual ingredients he's given a portion to me, and making it into a meal, basically, that I can share spiritual substance with each of you. And that was really exciting to me, because that's something that is in my heart to do, is to share spiritual substance and nutrition. And in the natural, my education is as a nutritionist, which I find really interesting, because as he's revealing to me that would parallel to sort of what I'm doing for his kingdom as a sort of spiritual nutrition. I find that very exciting, because when I think about, I'm just preparing a meal and I'm sharing that with my brothers and sisters to eat at his table and to share the abundance of his house. And so when you think of it in terms of that, it's not that I'm teaching or instructing anyone. I'm sharing the abundance of a spiritual, nutritionally dense meal at his table. And that's really exciting. Especially, I wanted to let my brothers know out there that if you think of it that way, where you come and partake of a meal that I'm making digestible, you think about men coming in from the field out there, and you come in and you get nourished, and then you can go back out and do the work you need to do. And think of the sisters as sort of that, making a spiritual meal. And, it's exciting to me to be able to share these things with my brothers and sisters, encouraging you and strengthening you to be able to go out and do the work you need to do out in the field, out in the world, and bring the kingdom on earth as it is in heaven, and bring this spiritual substance into each one of us, and be able to partake of this, spiritually rich food. And it's really exciting to me that, I can be a part of that, as sort of like preparing meals for Yah's kingdom and feeding his people and his children. And like I said, originally I thought I would just be doing poems on this channel. And as he's revealing a little bit more, I really never expected to do the other videos I've done, or do the videos with Branches of Yah. I never expected those kinds of things. And the more Yah is sharing with me, showing me how important it is for me to give the spiritual substance of his house and to prepare these meals, which is, these videos that are nutritionally dense spiritually for you. I really like the thought of that. And I want to say, I thank you so much for coming here and partaking of this this meal with me. And, another thing to keep in mind is that spiritual nutrition is a lot like nutrition in the natural, where you're not going to just get a McDonald's meal here. It's not going to be fast food. You have to kind of absorb it, and it takes a little while to make a good, healthy meal from scratch. And you have to really enjoy a good, healthy, nutritious meal. It's not quick. It's not fast. These are things that need to be, savored and enjoyed, and understand that there's a lot of places to go get spiritual fast food. And I'm going to be serving nutritionally dense, healthy meals, spiritually rich meals for his people. And I take that very seriously, as nutrition is really important to me, but even more important is spiritual nutrition. And so I'm really excited to share that with you all. And I want to say thank you so much for coming here. I'm kind of excited for what Abba has in store. He's sharing so much right now. And one thing I can tell you is that his people are going to be spiritually fed. And what I love is that how he's working all this in a time of spiritual famine. That if you're coming to this channel, it's not by accident at all. There's no way to find me on YouTube. I don't, the channel doesn't get recommended. And if you're here, then you're supposed to be. And I take that so seriously. A lot of people out there have a lot of viewers, and I hold sacred however many Yah brings to me. And nutrition spiritually is really important. So you have to be careful out there of whose table you sit at to eat and partake of the food that they provide. There's a lot of, you can't sit at the table of demons and at Yah's table, so you have to be really careful. But I am just so excited because when he revealed that to me, that I'm merely making meals and serving it to my brothers and sisters and his Yah's children, and that's what I do. I make meals, and I love nutrition, so I'm really excited to look at it in those terms. When we look at the Proverbs 31 woman, it would be wonderful to be like her, and she prepared her house. And if you look at it in spiritual terms, she prepared food for her family, but it's also spiritual food, richness. And if you think about a man providing for the meal, he provides for the food to be brought into the house, and then the mother prepares the meal and makes it digestible and enjoyable. But that's another thing, is that not every meal that I serve will be your favorite meal. And, you can only do so much with Brussels sprouts, or broccoli, but it's still nutritious. So if I'll always serve a good balanced meal, but sometimes it's not going to be your favorite meal, and I'm not going to give you dessert first, So just understand that a meal will be balanced, and it'll have all the nutrition that you need. And so I just wanted you to know that it's really exciting to have you here. So Psalm 23:5 says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil, our cups runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we shall dwell in the house of Yahuwah forever." And Yeshayahu 43:2 says, "Now this is what Yahuwah says, He who created you, O Jacob, He who formed you, O Yasharel, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you go through the rivers, they will not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be scorched. The flames will not set you ablaze." And I want to read Jeremiah 17:5. And this one, really listen to this, because this is so important for these days. It's a strong one. But this is what Yah has showed me is so important in this time, and to feed his children the proper nutrition, I have to give you this one. This is what Yahuwah says. Cursed is the man who trusts in mankind, he who makes the flesh his strength, so man's flesh his strength, and turns his heart from Yahuwah. He will be like a shrub in the desert. He will not see when prosperity comes. He will dwell in the parched places of the desert, in a salt land where no one lives. But Baruch, blessed is the man who trusts in Yahuwah, whose confidence is in him. He is like a tree planted by the waters that sends out its roots toward the stream. It does not fear when heat comes, and its leaves are always green. It does not worry in a year of drought, nor does it cease to produce fruit. So you can see Yah's people during the spiritual drought and all the things going on in the world, you will have an abundance. You will be planted by streams of living water and still produce fruit. You will not fear when heat comes because you've got Him sustaining you. You've got people who are going to be feeding you good, nourishing spiritual food that you need to eat every day, or just read it yourself and go to the places that fill your heart and mind with good things so you can be sustained and you can sit at His table and you can see the good He's doing. I would really love to read Psalm 37 to you, but it's pretty long. Well, why not? It's long, but hey, this is a good meal, right? This is good meals. You have to savor them. Okay, Psalm 37. Do not fret because of evil men, or be envious of those who do wrong. For like the grass, they will soon wither. Like green plants, they will soon die away. Trust in Yahuwah and do good. Dwell in the land and enjoy safe pasture. Delight yourself in Yahuwah, and He will give you the desires of your heart, if it's in His will. Commit your way to Yahuwah. Trust in Him and He will do this. He will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, the justice of your cause like the noonday sun. Be still before Yahuwah and wait patiently for Him. Do not fret when men succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Refrain from anger and turn from wrath. Do not fret, it leads only to evil. For evil men will be cut off, but those who hope in Yahuwah will inherit the land. A little while and the wicked will be no more. Though you look for them, they will not be found. But the meek will inherit the land and enjoy great shalom, peace. The wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them, but Yahuwah laughs at the wicked, for He knows their day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend the bow to bring down the poor and needy, to slay those whose ways are upright. But their swords will pierce their own hearts, and their bows will be broken. Better the little that the righteous have than the wealth of many wicked, for the power of the wicked will be broken, but Yahuwah upholds the righteous. The days of the blameless are known to Yahuwah, and their inheritance will endure forever. In times of disaster they will not wither. In days of famine they will enjoy plenty. Hallelujah. But the wicked will perish. Yahuwah's enemies will be like the beauty of the fields. They will vanish like smoke. The wicked will borrow and do not repay, but the righteous give generously. Those Yahuwah blesses will inherit the land, but those He curses will be cut off. If Yahuwah delights in a man's way, He makes his steps firm. Though he stumble, he will not fall, for Yahuwah upholds him with His hand. I was young, this is verse 25. I was young and now I'm old, yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their children begging bread. They are always generous and lend freely. Their children will be Baruch, blessed. Turn from evil and do good. Then you will dwell in the land forever, for Yahuwah loves the just and will not forsake His faithful ones. They will be protected forever, but the offspring of the wicked will be cut off. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. The mouth of the righteous man utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks what is just. The law of Yahuwah is in his heart. His feet do not slip. The wicked lie in wait for the righteous, seeking their very lives, but Yahuwah will not leave them in their power, or let them be condemned when brought to trial. Wait for Yahuwah and keep his way. He will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you will see it. I have seen a wicked and ruthless man flourishing like a green tree in its native soil. But he soon passed away and was no more. Though I looked for him, he could not be found. Consider the blameless, observe the upright. There is a future for the man of peace, but all sinners will be destroyed. The future of the wicked will be cut off. The salvation of the righteous comes from Yahuwah. He is their stronghold in times of trouble. Yahuwah helps them and delivers them. He delivers them from the wicked and saves them, because they take refuge in him. So, don't make mankind your strength. Don't make man your strength. Only Yah. Trust in Yah and he will flourish you like a tree planted by streams of living water. And I wanted to share about the sunflower. This will be the last thing. Yah gives me sunflowers every summer. And here where I live, it's really hot in the summer and very dry, typically. And the sunflowers flourish, and they actually reach for the sun. They want to be in the sun. And you know, we don't worship creation, we worship our Creator, but he gives us things to encourage us. And he gives me these sunflowers every summer, which happen to be my favorite flower. And I see the strength of the sunflower. When it grows, it grows like a strong plant, and has a strong base. And there's no water. They have no water, but somehow they're sustained, and they grow and they bloom and they reach for the sun. And we need the S-O-N, the Son of Yahuwah, to lead us back to the Father and restore that right relationship. And the sunflower, it flourishes in the hottest parts of the summer and blooms, and they're beautiful, and they reach for the sky, they reach for the heights, and they grow tall and strong. And we have to be like the sunflower in the world. We have to be the ones who are shining our light. You know, when the heat comes upon the world and it's hot and dry out there, the spiritual wilderness that's going on, we have to bloom and shine our light and show our strength that comes from him and not us, because we need him. We need him, and we don't make man our strength. If you understand what he's telling us there, you know, bow down to none other. We make him our strength, and he sustains us. And put all our hope in him, and he will make our way straight. So I wanted to encourage you, strengthen you. There's a lot that he's doing for his people right now. And trust in him, and he'll make us strong and flourish during these times of drought that's going on in the world. All the things going on, his people will flourish. And so eat from the table of people who feed you good spiritual nutrition. And I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm excited whatever he has. You know, I just go day by day. Whatever he tells me to share, I share it. And I happily share the abundance with you, because I care for you. He cares for you. And I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad we're running this race together. Yah Barak, and I will catch you on the next one, Yah willing.